Yeah, just pretty much what I thought it would be today. It'd be a pitcher's duel. I mean, it was a little nerve-wracking. We left those runners out there in the first inning because I know how good Tyler Ferguson is. He's got a very good arm. He didn't have command today like he normally does of his fastball, but it's sneaky quick, and he held it together. We got out of there with a run, and we just rode that run for 5 or 6 innings. We finally punched in a couple, and I guess it was the 5th inning. And that inning started off with, I think, a hit by pitch and then a walk. And, they had a pass ball, and then Brian got a big 2-out hit. And, we did just enough. Pitching for us was outstanding all week. Just real proud of the guys. We felt like going into this weekend it was going to be a low scoring. All 3 games probably low scoring, and they were.
Dave, you guys are 5-1 now in these SEC series finales. What do you think the key to that?
I don't know. I mean, probably just because we pitched pretty good, number one, and maybe just some of the older guys have taken over a little bit. With experience like Wise and Spoon and Anderson, these guys, continuing to hammer these guys a little bit with how important the Sunday games are. And we've talked about Sunday games since the fall. Talking about the season and the grind and the way it works, but how important Sunday is, no matter what the situation is. And they've done a good job. Hopefully we'll keep doing it.
Got a chance to use Jackson, done twice.
Yep, it's kind of the way we thought we'd do it. When on Friday when Jackson, we pulled him out of the game, and we could have sent him back out there in the 9th because he'd only thrown, I think, 14 pitches. But our thinking was, we can use him the next day, which was yesterday, Saturday, on 14 pitches, let Gunn finish the thing up, and then he only threw about the same amount, so we felt like both of those guys were available yesterday, and then, we never used them. Got beat by a run, and then today, obviously they were available. We used Stone yesterday and did a good job, and we could have used him again, but, really we're going with our starters and 3 or 4 guys out of the bullpen on the weekends, and we've been able to do that for the most part, because our starters have done a good job of getting us some innings.
You just wanted to turn the switch hitter around.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the chart, he was hitting probably 50 points higher left-handed, but then if you go look at this weekend alone, I mean, I looked at, our chart that right-handed, he had struck out 3 times against lefties, and we do that in blue. Lefties blue riding, righties red. And the blue ones had 3 Ks, 2 swinging and 1 looking. So to me, it was the way to go.
What did you think of Oliver today?
I thought he was pretty good. I felt like he lost a little bit late, lost some velocity and location with the fastball, but he was pretty good. And for Chris to be good, he just throws strikes down, and he did early. They've got a pretty good lineup. I mean, they're hitting close to 300, 380, whatever, or 280 coming into this weekend, and that's pretty good here in this league. So I felt like his stuff was good. He only threw a couple of change-ups, mixed in some good breaking balls, just enough to keep him off balance.
That 8th got kind of dicey when the bases got loaded. Got the lineup there. Talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you got to be lucky, and it was a 1-1 pitch, I think, and he threw a fastball away, and lefty went out and hooked it, hit it right at the left fielder. And it's the way the game works. But I think the game a lot of times will reward you if you throw strikes and do what you're supposed to do. When you start walking people, I mean, you look at how we scored our runs. They walked us. We got 2 hits in the first. We ended up scoring one of those. But there's also a hit batter in there and then a walk. And that's what drove in the first run. And then in the 5th inning, we got, like I said, we got a hit batter and a walk, and we ended up punching in both those runs. We just took advantage of what they gave us. They didn't give us much.
Look at their season and what they have. They're 2 games under 500. I mean,
it's baseball, I guess. I mean, they could easily, they could easily be 10-8, or better than that with that pitching and what they have over there. It's just sometimes the game, it's just the way it works. You just got to keep grinding it out and try to stay positive because there's going to be bad days in this league. This league will make you have bad days, and if you can do that, you got a chance. If you get frustrated and guys aren't getting along, it makes it for a tough season. But we've held strong together. The guys have done a good job. I think we got about 15 games left, and we're going to try to win them all.
Pretty impressive, both teams' defense today.
Yeah, nobody really made any mistakes all weekend. I think yesterday they made an error when the pitcher threw that ball away. And, we didn't make any. I was really impressed with the double play that we turned because Mike had to go pretty far to his right, and he got rid of that ball quick, perfect throw to Brian, who caught it and just basically changed the direction of that ball. He didn't hardly even catch that thing. That was a big play for us. And, we've done a good job of turning double plays.
I think your bullpen's gone 16 innings without giving up a run. Just how good has that bullpen been?
Well, it's been great. I mean, that's why we go to them. I mean, those starters, hard to take those guys out, And Oliver's pitch count wasn't way up there. It wasn't in, I don't know what he threw. Really about 89, 90. He could have gone 110 today. He if all would have gone good and he got through the seventh, I would have taken him all the way through the eighth probably. Yeah, he would have been fine. But getting back to the bullpen, I mean, it's done a great job. We've mixed and matched those guys and tried to match them up against right on right, left on left, and then with Gunn, he kind of established himself as our closer, so we just go with him, and he's done a great job.
Northwestern State.
Yeah.
is kind of what about that?
They were probably the most improved team in the Southland. Chris Curry used to work here as the assistant coach over there, and Lane Burrows is the head coach, and he was a former assistant of mine a long time ago, and he was also the assistant at Mississippi State for many years, and they came in last place in the Southland last year. As of today, they were in first place, and that's a good league. Proud of those guys, and now we get to play them, so they'll be good games. We'll do the best we can. We've got some pitchers that really need to throw, because we've gone with, the same 6 guys on the weekend, so we got some guys that are ready to get after it.
You know you're starting Tuesday.
I'm going to guess Poche and probably Phillips will be our 2 starters, but I might be able to tell you in a minute. I want to talk to Coach Jordan about it a little bit. He might have a different idea, and I want to just double check with him.
Yeah, that's the place that gave you your start as a head coach. Are there any special feelings playing them?
Yeah, no, just want to beat them like everybody else. Yeah, that's my first Division I coaching job, and it was a great learning experience because that's probably the beauty of that situation. You don't have a lot. You got to go get it. I mean, there's a lot of good stories there, and it'll make you or break you, I think, and I think it's made a lot of good coaches.
How hard is it when you get deemed to come back?
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough mentally. You take one, just as long as you don't take one super solid. That hit him good, but it obviously it glanced off. I mean, it's scary as a hitter, but the best thing to me, if you're okay, is to get back in there the next at bat and get through that one. And once you do, usually you're all right. And I think, I don't remember what Brian did, but I know the next at bat, he got a big base hit, got on top of a high fastball and hit a line drive to left field.